Hi again, folks, and welcome to my OmBuseyMan blog. And as you know, my blog is to help you with, you could be dealing with something that you want to be a little more creative than the average Joe. And this is one of my OmBuseyMans that I'm going to put kind of at the top of the page, creative ideas. Because so many people today are phoning me, and which incidentally, that's what it's all about. Communication, training, abilities to pass on information, helping you get the job done correctly, getting the right person on the how to, the what to, the where to, the why to, the when to, the who to get the job done. And that's what we're all about, and that's what I'm all about. Educational training of the homeowner. And hey, if I can do anything in my lifespan, is I want to leave you with all the ideas and the how-tos that I've learned over the years. And my goodness, coming up almost 60 years in this business of building supplies and building of homes and how-tos and all that sort of thing. But here is one for you. I have phone calls now about should I put asphalt over top of concrete? Because my concrete driveway is so badly cracked, I want to put a new driveway in, but I can't afford putting concrete in at this time. I get people phoning or writing or emailing me that are back in the prairies, for an example, or up in northern British Columbia saying, Shell, I want to put in a new driveway, but the driveway that I want to put in, I just really can't afford concrete. I'm not so sure if the concrete will last anyway because of the cold winters we have. So therefore, would asphalt be adequate? I have people talk about patios. To do a patio, can I put asphalt in for a patio or for walkways? Because I see the city uses asphalt in some cases for sidewalks rather than concrete. Well, let it be known right now, I'll answer that one very quickly. If you're dealing with a patio, is different than dealing with a driveway where you park an automobile. Because on a patio, you could end up with a picnic table, you could end up with chairs with four legs, you could end up with a barbecue, all these things, which in turn will sink into the asphalt on a very warm day. So absolutely no, stick with concrete patios, stamped concrete, exposed aggregate, or wood, or going into any one of the composite decking materials today for patios and decks, okay? But driveways, you can do some very interesting things. And one of the items you want to deal with as well is drainage, because drainage is one of those things that a lot of homeowners, they've got maybe a little round, let's just take a look at here. I'm almost running out of ink there in this in my felt tip. And here is a garage door, okay? And out here you'll have a little drain like that, little Mickey Mouse drain, maybe about 6 inches. And as soon as the leaves come off the trees and goes over top of the drain, there's no drain no more. The water drains back underneath the door and into the car park area inside your garage. So all that being a bit of a pain in the neck, and like this cord is being right now. But in any event, folks, what you want to do, you want to make sure that you have a good drain out here. And one of the things that I like in good drainage is a strip drain. Strip drain complete with a good catchment area or a catch basin, if you want to put it down in here like so, where you have a sump where all the debris will go to and the water will run off and down to a low area or into the storm sewer. But now the driveway. This is a driveway out here. And you want to do something a little bit different, okay? Well, I came up with this idea, which I contacted one of our best concrete placers in, I call him in the West, because Phil George and his very competent staff, not only do they have the equipment and what have you, but you know, you ask Phil, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Well, I can tell you right now, not only can he do it, he does it. Okay? And what I was wondering, why couldn't we take an old asphalt driveway out in front of our fixer-upper that we use. We used to call this a little old house, which is a nice house, but we called it the fixer-upper because it was one that we used as an example all the time during my Home Check TV program. And we wanted to make sure that drainage was very important. We wanted to make sure that the driveway asphalt was taken out, because you know what happens. You get tree roots and all that sort of stuff underneath asphalt, and any tree that's growing, then you'll get the roots coming up through the asphalt. It's just really a mess. So when in doubt, don't pout. Let Shell help you out again, I say. But in any event, I wanted to take the asphalt out, which Phil agreed, and I also wanted to put something on that driveway that house would always be a remembrance of the days gone by when we were doing TV videos to show you, the homeowner, why not be creative. And this is what I came up with. I came up with the idea, after the asphalt was taken out, after all the under substrate was prepared, ready to go, then I wanted this here now to look like this. Let's see, like that. Well, what's that look like? Well, let me show you a little more of it. I wanted that. I wanted that. And like that. I wanted to put a tulip in the center of my driveway. I wanted the leaves here to be green. I wanted the red. And I wanted it to be in gray concrete. Obviously, gray concrete is most common. And so it required some very unique, creative ways of doing this. And as I say, Phil was always the person I could call on, because not only was Good, Better, Best one of the best concrete placers in the West, that he knew what he was doing. So he said, no problem, Shell. Let's do it. Well, you're going to see it today, because the video that we have at the end of this presentation is that exact driveway. Well, you know, that house today is still recognized as the house with the flower in the driveway. Not on the driveway, in the driveway. So you're going to see it. You might even think one day about doing something like this. Well, if so, as you know, you can watch the video and very simply deal with it. You give us a call. We can get you going in the right direction. Or if you're out of town and somewhere else in the North America, hey, a good concrete placer will be able to take this information and put it into biz. Okay? So there you have it. The house with the flower. And it's still there today. And I might say, all looks great. It was just that easy. So, drainage, very, very important. Creative, very, very, important to me anyway. And also, concrete has to have expansion joints, which expansion joints are in there as well because of expansion and contraction of concrete. You don't want cracking. You don't want settlement. You want to use fibered concrete, and fibered concrete is something that Phil always uses. That eliminates putting in any metal in the form of rebar. So there you have it. Be creative. Have some fun with it. And who knows? You may be the next person that has something else creative on the parking lot, or the driveway, or the patio, or any number of areas. Let your brain do the thinking, and you be the creator. It's just that easy. Thanks for watching the OmBuseyMan, folks. Keep an eye on it. Every day we send it out to you. When you see Shell's OmBuseyMan, open it up, take a peek. You'll never regret it. Stay tuned now. Don't miss the actual creative driveway with the flower in it. Until next time, folks, my OmBuseyMan, I'm Shell Buzzy. Bye-bye for now. Have a good one.
Well, we got the heavy equipment here today at the Fixer Upper. We're going to tear this asphalt driveway out of here. It's obviously got problems. There's cracking, there's heaving in places, but we're going to change it to concrete. But first of all, we got to take it out. But we're going to create something totally different, give it a whole new image here in the neighborhood. So let's get at it. Well, I told you, folks, it's going to be different, and look what we've got. No longer have we got that big black sheet of asphalt here. Now we're going to add more decoration to concrete. We don't want that big gray-looking parking lot of concrete either. So we've added a stem, we've put a bud, we put some leaves, we got a flower. As you can see, what we've done here in order to get our pattern, to get our actual form, to give that nice mold, that design, we've taken 3/8 plywood, cut it into 4-inch strips, taken 2-inch nails, common nails, pounded them through the 2 layers of plywood into a grass surface. That way it allows the nail to project through. Then what we've done, we've taken a pair of pliers, just bent over the points of the nails, and then pounded it down on top of something hard like out on the asphalt road, making it a staple, making it good and supportive when it comes to the concrete going into the form, as you can see here. Now, by using good, sturdy stakes like steel stakes, also here, Phil the contractor has put in gravel. This way it acts as a dam holding and supporting that form when the concrete's placed in the form. When placing large areas of concrete, it's very, very important to have good drainage, and especially in a case of a driveway, because that water's going to run, especially like this one, the grade goes right towards the garage doors, and we don't want that water in underneath the garage doors. So what we've chose to do here is put in a graded drain across the full width, that way picking up all the water as it runs down towards the garage doors. And from about where I am here, in the form, there's been an actual pit put in, so it's a sump pit. That way it's going to catch the water, allow all that sediment to go to the bottom of the sump, the water to rise, and out the storm sewer. Now you can see here, this is really where the work starts, because the coloring is going onto the surface of the concrete. It's spread by hand and then troweled into place, making sure that the coloring is even all throughout. And in this particular project, there's going to be 3 colors, a border color, a stem of the flower color, and then a bud color on the flower. While I'm washing off the driveway, I'm watering the flowers as well. Well, you know, didn't I promise you it would be just great when it's all finished with the exposed aggregate all around the perimeter? And you know, you could do anything. You could do a hopscotch court for the kids. You could do a basketball court for that sports enthusiast. It's as simple as laying out a few forms and being imaginative. Try it.